Imagine walking along the road and seeing a child in the dumpster, or being given away by your parents because they cannot afford to house, clothe, or feed you. Imagine never being able to go to school as a young child, or going to bed hungry almost every night and sleeping on concrete floors. This is how many children in Haiti are living. By donating money or participating in events held by organizations like the Remedy Team, you can help them survive and be happy. Although I have never been to Haiti, a close friend of mine has taken several trips to help the children and took a major role in creating the Remedy Team organization in order for others to contribute as well. Today I will discuss the 2010 earthquake, its impact on Haiti, followed by the solution of how to help them, and concluding by informing you of how you can take action yourself. Citizens of Haiti need our help to survive and enjoy life after the damage of the 2010 earthquake. First, I'm going to inform you of the earthquake that hit Haiti. On January 12, 2010, an earthquake struck Haiti, resulting in a huge disaster with many human and economic losses. In reality, a 7.0 earthquake is not as bad as most earthquakes that occur. However, it occurred in one of the poorest countries in the world and destroyed their capital. The earthquake hit Port-au-Prince, the largest city in Haiti. Looking at this from an economic view, the city accounts for more than 65% of Haiti's total economic activity. Before the earthquake, Haitian people were not extremely concerned with the earthquake risk. Their worries were more focused on hurricane prevention and response. According to an article in the International Journal of Disaster Risk Science, measures taken to fight hurricane damage mainly involved building concrete houses. This has increased earthquake damage because no earthquake-resistant norm was applied. These heavy buildings turned into traps that collapsed onto their occupants who would have had a better chance to escape if they lived in lighter buildings. According to the Haiti 2010 earthquake article, the number of deaths was considerable and represents between 0.71% and 3.16% of the country's total population. This means that almost everyone in Haiti lost at least someone they know. The earthquake also created many orphans, and the news reported that child trafficking had increased in Haiti. Some say the economic loss is estimated to be around $13.9 billion US. Haiti has received some help from governmental teams and organizations, however, it did not create much success. One of the reasons why the earthquake has been so destructive to the country is because most of the structures that were supposed to help in this situation were damaged themselves. Lauren House states that the 2010 Haitian earthquake will remain one of the deadliest natural disasters in history. This major event has drawn massive attention from the media with a record amount of donations, but it is still difficult to have a clear view of it since the losses are particularly hard to estimate. Over 4 years later, Port-au-Prince still looks much like it did right after the earthquake. Most of the people affected by the earthquake are now in some kind of home, and much of the streets have been cleared up. However, Peter Granite states that for nearly 150,000 people, life hasn't moved on. Right now they are living in temporary homes made of plywood or plastic. According to Granite, there are approximately 271 tent camps in Haiti, housing families with little to no food and no running clean water. Many children are not given the opportunity to attend school. They have little clothing and are normally hungry. Their sleeping arrangements are extremely uncomfortable and unsanitary. All of this describes the phenomena the citizens of Haiti have had to cope with. Now that we see the problem that has occurred in Haiti, we need to figure out how we can help find a solution. You can go about helping in several ways. Today I will discuss 2 options. One way you can help is by traveling. As an individual, you could travel to Haiti and help donate your time, effort, and money into helping a family purchase a home and set up a future for their family. Traveling to Haiti is obviously expensive and not practical for most people. The more practical way you can help Haitians is by donating and participating in the Remedy Team activities. The Remedy Team is an organization created by several young individuals with dreams of changing lives. A friend of mine, Melanie Heston, was one of the individuals who helped form this group. In an interview with her, she states, "Our goal as a team is to bring help and introduce His hope to Haiti." The Remedy Team mainly helps at 4 orphanages in Haiti. Orphanages in Haiti are different than those in the United States. For example, one of the orphanages the Remedy Team helps is Nini's orphanage. Nini is a man who takes care of 25 children in addition to his own 6 children. He receives $200 a month regularly for his orphanage. $200 is barely enough to adequately provide food for his own children for a week. Because the leaders of this group are young, they cannot be in charge of an orphanage on their own, but they help out in many ways and call themselves the Fix-It People. The Remedy Team has been known to help buy a well, pay for a child to go to the hospital, or to receive food. Now you know that although we cannot stop earthquakes from occurring, we can help those citizens affected move forward in life and help them build safer living areas. Now that we know there's a solution to the problem, why should you help and what will your contributions do? The Remedy Team has recently gained their own orphanage as a team consisting of 12 people. They were finally able to send 11 of the children to school, but the next major issue is housing. After much search, they found a house, but the problem is that it costs $2,000 a year for them to live in. The remedy team does not have continuous and steady support. They work hard each day to gain support from people to help the Haitians. Think about it. If you sent the remedy team only 10% of your check, you could be saving lives. Each amount donated does something for a child, whether it is food, housing, clothing, a doctor visit, or being able to attend school. You could put a smile on their face and change their lives forever. We can now see how helping the remedy team will help citizens in Haiti move forward in their constant battle with the after effects of the earthquake. Now that we know what we can do, it's time to put these words into action. The 2010 earthquake damaged more than just buildings in Haiti. It also had an effect on individuals that will never leave them. The remedy team's purpose is to do what they can to help children in Haiti move forward and have a successful life. Although it is difficult to pack up and personally help in the country, you can donate, support, or participate in the remedy team activities in order for them to travel and help these individuals. By putting this speech into action, children won't have to miss school or go without eating. They won't be found in dumpsters or given up by their parents because they have no food or clothes. You wouldn't want to be the one going without food or sleeping on concrete floors, and you wouldn't want your children to have to go through the same problems. So why sit back knowing this is happening somewhere else? You can change lives starting right now.